Hello everyone, this is another product review brought to you by CommonSensePrep.com. Today we're going to be reviewing the SL3 Fire made by Toologic. Toologic, they market this knife as a survival knife. As such, I think it does have some merits. I don't think that if I were to choose one knife only that a folder would be my first choice for a survival knife. I would want a fixed blade, but as a folder and as a secondary knife to have in my pocket, my backpack, glove compartment of my car, this is a very good choice. Let's look at some of the features of the SL3 Fire. The SL3 Fire is they call it a tactical folder. It can be opened one hand. It has a liner lock, a steel liner lock. This is a pretty strong piece of spring steel. I don't think you have to worry about this folder collapsing or when it's in the open locked position. It is 50% serrated, and well, they say 50-50, but actually it looks to me like it's a little less than 50% on the serration, and then the rest of it as a straight teardrop point knife. Along the back you're going to see some grooves here. These grooves are intended to be used in connection with the piggyback item on the SL3 Fire, which is a ferrous magnesium alloy fire starter. This, as you'll notice, has some O-rings on it. These O-rings do make for a watertight fit in the piggyback item. That it'll work even if it's wet. But what that does allows you to, if you're to put a little cotton down in there, or some fire tinder, so that when you pull it out, you always have some dry tinder. Another thing I do is I always just carry a little bottle of cotton balls with me, but you can use lint out of your pocket or whatever else you might do when you're bushcrafting to find some good tinder. It does have a belt clip on it. This belt clip is a piece of spring steel that is they've painted black here. If there's one thing I can criticize on this knife, and I don't look to criticize things, but I do think that Toologic might have done better to put this belt clip or pocket clip the other way. The reason why I say that is as it's on your belt or in your pocket, if the knife happens to open just slightly and you reach in to grab it, you can easily impale your fingertip on this razor sharp blade. It will cut you nicely, and I'm sorry to say I know that from personal experience. So be careful when you're carrying it in a belt clip pocket area. Toologic maybe would have been better to put that clip the other way. Now on the piggyback item is removable. So there is a screw here. You can remove this piggyback item. I don't know why you would, but then you would have just a knife. I like this piggyback item. One of the things you can do, Toologic sells keychain accessories, and these keychain accessories have items that would fit in this piggyback. And some of the other versions of the Toologic knife you can buy, they come with a different piggyback item. So here, this keychain piggyback item has a flashlight on it. And it's a reasonably bright flashlight, and it also has, in this one, has a little bit of a fire steel. So you can see it's a shorter fire steel, but you're also getting the added benefit of the flashlight. This flashlight / fire steel will fit on the back of the knife, so now you have a flashlight on your survival knife, and you have the ability of the fire steel. The other couple other of the keychain accessory items that comes Toologic sells. This one here is a diamond encrusted knife sharpener, and it also has the combination with a flashlight, and again that fits right along the back of your SL3 Fire in the piggyback item. It does come with a lanyard hole. Not everyone out there will not every one of these models will actually have the lanyard in it, but a piece of paracord and you quickly got a lanyard. The lanyard's a nice feature to make sure you don't drop your fire when your knife when you're using it, and you're working away. Whoops! It slips out. Oh, there it is. You didn't drop it. It didn't fall in the river. It didn't go down the edge of a cliff. The other feature on this tactical survival knife by Tool Logic, the SL3 Fire, is this whistle that's built into the Zytel housing. Kind of sounds like a fire alarm. It's at that pitch, which is easily heard for long distances. It brings my dogs to the window. It'll certainly help bring a rescuer to you should you need that feature, or just help you locate your party if you get separated. Let's do a little demonstration here of the firesteel in action. You hold these grooves against the firesteel at about a 45-degree angle and give it a good stroke, and it puts off quite a shower of sparks, as I hope is demonstrated here. Now, if you have a little piece of cotton, that's going to go straight up. If you have here I have, for demonstration purposes, a little bit of a Kleenex that I shredded. Let's see if we can get this going here on second try. So it is quite effective. The other day we were out in the woods and everything had been raining for about 24 hours solid. Everything was wet, and I went to try to find some dry tinder. I did have a little bit of trouble, so I pulled out a piece of cotton that I had with a little bit of Vaseline on it, and that was it. We had a good warm fire. So this pretty much wraps up our review of the SL3 Fire by Tool Logic. Recommended. You can get that at commonsensprep.com, and join us again for our next review.